All right, I got to tell you a little funny story. Then I'm going to do a jam that some people might really like. All right, I went to see ACDC open for Cheap Trick in like 78 or something. And my friends liked ACDC, but I just couldn't get into ACDC. But I did see Bon Scott with Angus on his shoulders, and they went way around the Coliseum. It was Vets Coliseum in Ames, and all I remember was like one big for about a half an hour, and I was overwhelmed by just the huge number of like rock fans. I was shocked by all the kind of long-haired, kind of all kind of out there looking hippie type folks. It was just great, but slowly I got into ACDC, but I really kind of ignored them for a long time. The Black Album was pretty great, but just wasn't my thing. Anyway, I finally joined this full-time traveling rock band in, what was it, 1990, up in northern Minnesota, and we had zero rehearsal. I just joined the band, drove up, met them at the gig in Duluth. I had to go way up to Duluth. It was super cold, all snowy and horrible. And I jumped on stage, and I knew most of the songs, but they go, okay, man, it's time for the ACDC medley, Brook. And they were, slapping me on the back because I was doing okay. These guys were a lot of fun. We were just having a great time. And I'm like, I blanked. What? I didn't know. They did Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap and connected to TNT. And they were like, come on, man, go. I'm like, I kind of froze. But over time, all right, stay with me here. This is kind of cool. Over time, I learned the songs, and I'm going to do Dirty Deeds here in a second. But I got to tell you something really funny. My best friend Joel came up to watch the band, and he really liked the band. It was kind of a show and everything. We had a good lead singer, and we had flash pots and explosions and a light show and a spotlight and all kinds of stuff. Whatever. But he goes, hey, man, I really like those AC/DC songs you're doing. I'm like, no, man, those really aren't cool. But anyway, after maybe 2 or 3 years later, about 93, I moved down to Cedar Rapids, and we put a band together. It was going to be all original music based on my cool songs. And we're playing and this and that. And Joel goes, hey, man, remember those AC/DC songs? I'm like, no, that's... Because I got really sick of playing the songs. I got really burned out on the road. And I'm like, no, man. And he goes, let's try it. I'm like... And we have a band rule. It was like, if somebody has an idea, you have to try it. You really can't say no. And we're like, okay. And so we played Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, and people really liked it. So we ended up playing it for another 20 years. All right, and now I think it's pretty cool. So, it just takes me a while to warm up. So last night a student asked, hey, Brook, do you know Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC? And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, let me think about it. I go like, And then I go, no, I don't really know it. Never heard of it. Okay. Hilarious, I know. But now, I play the song just my own way, okay? So if I look at an official tab, I'm like, what's that? That looks crazy. So anyway, relating to my last video, remember when I went... It's pretty much all the chords of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. So, you know, I'll play it different every time, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Or E, G, E, A, E, D, E. Or you could go up here. You could do it wherever you want. I don't care. And then the verse is like a D, E. Or you could go, whatever. Who cares? D, E. Let it ring, you know. Then break. Slide down if you want. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. A, G, A, A, G, A. You could go. But I like to go. My G, I might get some open strings, but block out the A string for heaven's sakes. Oops. Then Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, E, E, D, E. You can get a cheap little D5 right here. The 4th and 5th strings. It's like an inverted D5. So like, or whatever you want to do. Back to the A. You can hit a full G. Then your dirty deeds. And there I kind of palm mute. I'm not sure if that's really in the song, but I did it my way, dirty deeds and done dirt cheap. That little, or who cares? It's all the same. Nobody cares. But man, my buddy could sing that song pretty good. He had a really good Bon Scott vocal, and every time we played ACDC, people, they reacted. When I did my songs that I thought were cool, it was just kind of like, thank you, you know. So, humbled again. We also did like a... you know. We did that. We did. And we even did. And dang, one more. Even we messed around with, just messing around, because we really couldn't sing the Brian Johnson stuff that well. It was kind of harder. There's another one. I can't remember, but we did High Voltage Rock and Roll. High Voltage Rock and Roll. Something, I don't remember. But what else? We did a couple more. I wanted to do Girls Got Rhythm. but all those kind of power chords. Right there, the E, A, D, G. They just give you so much sound. You can grab a B if you need to. What other AC? It's been a while. So my best friend Joel retired from rock and roll a few years back. It's been a long time, really, and I was in shock that he quit, because he's the guy that got me into music. Our drummer Eric died. Kyle, our guitar player, died. Joel retired, so I'm like the last guy of that group that's still rocking.